Welcome back, everybody, to a younger view in sports, and it is College Saturday. So instead of giving you my predictions, I will be giving you why there should be an 8-team college football playoff. I got 5 reasons. They're pretty good reasons. Reason number 1 is it benefits college football. You see in the NFL how every game matters unless you're the New York Jets, because it creates more action. It's more interesting. Every team has a shot to make the playoffs. Well, in college football, it's like, well, there's Alabama, there's Clemson, and then like maybe Georgia or Notre Dame or an Oklahoma or somebody like that. Well, with an 18 college football playoff, anybody can make it in. It truly benefits college football. And that really leads into reason number 2 is it creates more opportunity for the teams that are not Alabama and Clemson and LSU and all the big schools that are getting 5-star recruits and 4-star recruits all the time. It gives these lower tier schools that can bring in 5-star guys now and, build up the program who really benefits college football and creates more opportunity for like BYU or Cincinnati. Number 3, the regular season would mean more. Like I said earlier, the regular season in the NFL means more than regular season in MLB means more. The regular season in NBA means more, but in college football, the regular season doesn't matter because all these teams are facing cupcake schools. Bama, cupcake schedule. Clemson plays in the ACC. Ohio State plays in the Big Ten, which isn't very good this year. So, all these schools are just, regular season doesn't mean that much. It does not matter until it's bowl season or it's college football playoff. Well, with an 8-team season, if it's like Marshall and BYU, that game matters more. Usually it's like, oh, okay, let's just watch this game because it's 2 ranked teams. Well, now that matters because you can easily make it in with an 8-team playoff. Number 4 is it puts the whiners where the mouth. Remember, like in 2017 to 18, where UCF was like, we're the national champions. We're the national champions. Look what we did. We're the only undefeated team. We did that. We did this. Well, they weren't. They would have got blown out by Bama or Georgia that year or Clemson that year, or Ohio State. But with an 8-team college football playoff, they would have made it in. They wanted a fair opportunity, and I agree. They should have gotten a fair opportunity in college football playoff. But with the way it's laid out, I don't agree with it. I do agree, they're not the national champions, but I do agree they should have got in with a fair opportunity with an 8-team college football playoff. And number 5, who wouldn't want to see this? If you do not want to see an 8-team college football playoff, then you're probably some old head who misses the BCS national championship days, which means it doesn't matter. It's all about more excitement. It's all about brand revenue. It's all about making more money. And trust me, every company wants to make more money. So with the 8-team college football playoff, more revenue. Championships mean more. Conference championships mean a lot more now because the Pac-12 who's going to win it? Was it like Utah and Oregon last year? Oregon won, but they didn't get into the college football playoff. There should be an 8-team college football playoff. You can talk to most college football fans. They do not. Nobody will say they do not want this. I guarantee. If they do, then they're not that smart. But I do not agree with a 16-team college football playoff. That promotes mediocrity. 8 teams should be the limit. I do not think 16 teams should make it because who's 16 team right now? Marshall. So it'd be like Marshall and Alabama, and like Coastal Carolina I think is 15 versus number 2 Notre Dame. Those are like easy matchups. Yes, they're good for the lower tier and they could maybe fight up to the number 8 spot, but they're going to get blown out by an Alabama. It's Marshall and Coastal Carolina or Ohio State. They don't have the talent to compete with Ohio State, Clemson, Notre Dame, all the big schools. But, the 8-team could benefit college football because upsets can happen. We've seen plenty before upsets can happen and creates chaos. And I am all about chaos in college football. So here's how it would be slated out right now. It would be BYU 8 versus 1 Bama. And then it'd be Cincinnati 7 versus number 2 Notre Dame. 6 Florida versus 3 Ohio State. And then 5 Texas versus 4 Texas A&M versus 4 Clemson. So you put that in a bracket, it'd be like Bama, BYU, and Notre Dame, Cincinnati, and then Ohio State, Florida, and then Texas A&M and Clemson. So Bama would win. Give me the upset in Florida. Notre Dame, and then Clemson. Notre Dame, Clemson, so all that goes. Notre Dame is in. And then Bama beats Florida. So it's Clemson. It's Notre Dame, Alabama. But you're telling me you wouldn't want to see an 18 college football playoff. It'd make it more exciting. Could extend the season a little bit longer and make more money in college football altogether. And of course, what do you want? You want viewers. You want viewers. You want to be the top sport. And an 8-team college football playoff would get you the most viewers. NCAA board, please listen and give us an 8-team college football playoff. Thank you for listening.